Hey, welcome back to Fit5 channel. So what we have here today is my very first 111mm custom Swiss Army knife. So this is basically a Victorinox Outrider, except for I've added the one-handed blade from a Victorinox Trekker. So this is not a Spyderconox. The scales are carbon fiber, and the liners are blue G10. You can tell that the tools have been acid etched and aluminum washed. This really cool pattern. On the back, I've added a titanium pocket clip. It's from MXG gear. It's a deep carry. So I think the tool this size shouldn't be too much of a pain to carry in your pocket. I think it's getting right at the point of where it's going to be very noticeable in your pocket, but not too uncomfortable. All right, so this one-handed blade, easy access with your right thumb. Something really odd though is that the liner lock, the way that it's located, generally what you do is you'd push with your right thumb and you push to close a knife. Whereas the way they have this set up, you actually have to push the opposite direction to close it. So it kind of makes it a one-handed opening, but almost a two-handed closing. I did notice that if I reach over with my right finger and I push, I can get it to close one-handed too. It's kind of scary having my right finger and other fingers right there. It feels almost like if it snaps shut, it's gonna cut my fingers off or something. All right, so interesting with this 111mm, a lot of new tools from me, but at the same time, some tools are actually kind of identical to the 91mm, so I'll show you those. So first of all, you have this really large flathead screwdriver and the bottle opener here. Really large, it locks, well not locks, but it like fixes at 90 degrees. Then actually locks open. It also has its own liner lock there, which interestingly enough is closable with one hand. All right, and then the can opener, oddly enough, is just like you'd find on a 91mm. And it actually looks almost dwarfed on this large frame here. It looks like really small. And so that's something that didn't change, basically stayed the same. Same thing goes with the scissors. It's the exact same size. They also look a bit dwarfed on this large blade, this large tool. This is basically the exact same scissors you'd find on a 93mm A-Locks. And interestingly, down below the scissors, there's a second tool, which is something new and definitely different. So you have as a small little Phillips screwdriver, and also this does not snap. And so you go to close it, you actually have to push it shut. So I found that to be rather interesting. All right, and then the last layer here is the saw, which is also nice and large. And on a frame this large, it actually fits really comfortably in your hand. Definitely I like the size of it and the actual shape. It's very ergonomic in your hand. All right, then on the back you have the corkscrew, which is identical to the 91mm, and it has a reamer back here, which is what you'd find in an older 91mm. I say older because it does not have the hole to make this a sewing awl, which I found to be rather strange. All right, so that is all for the tool set on this knife. So let me know what you think about this blade from Victorinox, and let me know what Spyderco you think would fit into a 111mm frame. I think that the Dragonfly would be just a bit too short to look good on this particular frame. All right, and then also here in the background, you probably noticed I have my calendar laid out. So for each month, you get to see some the builds that I have done. So if you're interested in getting an F2S Customs calendar, these are available on my website. And so be sure to go check that out if you're interested in the calendar. All right, so that's all. So let me know what you think about this build. And thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.